Right now, somewhere in your body, a war is happening at every single meal, not over calories, not over carbs, over the first signal your body receives. Because here's what nobody tells you. Your metabolism doesn't wait for you to finish eating. It makes its decision within seconds of your first bite. And if you're starting every meal the wrong way, your body is storing fat before you've even swallowed. Most people think fat gain is about eating too much. Wrong. Most people think it's about eating the wrong foods. Also wrong. Two people, same plate, same calories, same portions. One burns it, one stores it. The only difference? What they ate first. Here's the truth your doctor, your nutritionist, and your fitness app have never explained. Your body is not a calculator. It doesn't process calories in a neat, orderly line. It processes signals. And the very first signal of every meal, that first bite, is the most powerful hormonal instruction you send all day. Most people begin every meal with carbohydrates, bread, rice, pasta, juice, fruit. Without realizing it, they're telling their body one thing: flood is coming, prepare for emergency. And your body, brilliant, ancient, survival wired, responds exactly the way it was designed to. It panics. It spikes insulin, it shuts down fat burning, it locks everything away. But there's a completely different conversation you could be having with your own biology. Starting tonight. Before food even reaches your stomach, your body is already making decisions. The moment you smell food, the moment you see it, your brain fires. This is called the cephalic phase response, the pre-digestive alarm system your body uses to predict what's about to arrive. Your nervous system is asking one question: is this fast energy or slow energy? When refined carbohydrates hit your system first, the prediction is immediate. Glucose is coming, fast. Insulin needs to rise now, before the sugar flood even arrives. Your body doesn't wait, it prepares for the worst. But here's where it gets dangerous. That insulin spike, the one triggered by carbs first, doesn't just handle the glucose, it completely shuts down fat burning. Every fat cell in your body gets one signal: lockdown. Hormone-sensitive lipase, the enzyme that breaks down stored fat, goes dormant. Your body stops burning, it starts hoarding. Now, what happens when protein goes first? The entire conversation changes. Protein moves slowly. Unlike carbohydrates, amino acids take time to be digested. They stimulate stretch receptors in your stomach wall. They activate chemical sensors that send one message up the vagus nerve to your brainstem. Things are calm. Energy is arriving slowly. No emergency. That single message reshapes everything downstream. The gut releases incretin hormones, specifically GLP-1 and GIP. These are the body's intelligent messengers. They tell the pancreas, release insulin proportionally, not a flood. A measured, calm response. Cortisol, the stress hormone that raises blood sugar defensively, begins to quiet. Ghrelin, the hunger alarm, starts dropping. And fat cells. They receive a completely different message. Instead of store everything, they hear, energy is being distributed thoughtfully. But here's what nobody talks about. This sequence, this hormonal environment created in the first 90 seconds of eating, determines what happens to everything that follows in that meal. The carbs you eat after protein, they enter a body that's already regulated, already calm, already expecting energy slowly. Glucose is cleared efficiently. Insulin stays low. Fat burning never fully stops. The same bowl of rice behaves differently in your body depending on what arrived before it. Think about that. So here's how you actually use this. It's not complicated. You don't have to count anything. You don't have to remove any foods you love. You just change the order. Step 1. Start every meal with 3 to 5 bites of protein. That's it. Just the first 3 to 5 bites. Chicken, eggs, fish, meat, legumes, Greek yogurt, whatever protein is on your plate. You don't have to eat all the protein first. Just break the fast with it. Those first bites are the signal. They're the instruction that changes everything downstream. Those first bites trigger GLP-1 release in under 2 minutes. Ghrelin suppression begins within 5. By the time you reach your carbohydrates, your insulin sensitivity is measurably higher than if you had started with carbs. Clinical studies confirm it. Starting with protein reduces post-meal glucose excursions by up to 30% in healthy individuals, and significantly more in those with insulin resistance. Step 2. Eat your vegetables second. Carbohydrates last. Fiber from vegetables reinforces what protein started. It slows gastric emptying further. It feeds your gut microbiome. It deepens the hormonal calm that protein initiated. By the time carbohydrates arrive, your system is fully prepared. Insulin is primed, proportional, and efficient. Glucose goes to muscle, not fat. Step 3. Do this for 7 consecutive days without changing anything else. Don't change what you eat. Don't count calories. Don't adjust portions. Just change the sequence. Within 7 days, most people notice 3 things. 1. Afternoon energy crashes disappear. Because blood sugar never fell sharply, there's nothing to crash from. 2. Nighttime cravings vanish. That 10 p.m. urge for something sweet or crunchy? Gone. Because the hormonal chain that drives it was never fully activated. 3. You feel full faster and you stay full longer. Not because you're forcing willpower, because peptide PYY and GLP-1 are elevated and sustained, signaling genuine satiety to your brain. And this is the part no one tells you. You're not just changing how you digest food, you're changing what your body does with the food for the next 6 hours. Here's what most people get completely wrong about insulin. Insulin is not your enemy. Insulin is a delivery hormone. It's the key that unlocks your cells to receive energy. Without it, glucose builds up dangerously in your bloodstream. The problem isn't insulin itself. The problem is urgency. When carbohydrates come first, insulin is summoned like a firefighter responding to an emergency. It has to act fast. It has to act big. And when it acts that way, repeatedly, every day, for years, your cells stop listening. This is insulin resistance, not a disease you catch. A protection response your body builds. But protein first changes that conversation completely. Lower peak insulin. Preserved insulin sensitivity over time. Glucose moving into muscle cells where it belongs, not diverted into visceral fat around your organs. And here's the downstream effect most people never consider. High insulin plus high cortisol is the exact biological recipe for visceral fat, that dangerous fat around your organs, the kind associated with metabolic disease, inflammation, and heart risk. Protein, first meals blunt that dangerous pairing before it even forms. There's one more layer to this that almost nobody discusses: your brain. When blood sugar spikes and crashes, dopamine follows it down. Every time. That 3 p.m. fog, that sudden irritability, that irrational urge to eat something you don't actually need. These aren't character flaws. They're neurochemical consequences of a glucose spike you set in motion hours ago. When protein goes first, dopamine remains stable. Focus sharpens. Mood holds steady. The neurological environment your brain operates in for the next several hours is fundamentally different. This is why people report dramatically improved focus at work, calmer mood in the afternoon, and fewer emotional eating episodes without changing a single calorie. The system is simply operating within the range it was designed for. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This effect compounds. Every meal you sequence correctly builds on the last. Insulin sensitivity improves. Leptin responsiveness returns. Hunger signals become precise instead of urgent. Over weeks, your baseline shifts. Here's the real truth. Most people are not failing their diet. Their diet is failing their biology. For decades, we've been told to eat less, try harder, resist more. And when it doesn't work, we blame willpower. We blame ourselves. But your body is not punishing you. It's protecting you. Every craving, every crash, every fat storage signal. It's your biology responding rationally to irrational input. Protein first doesn't ask your body to fight itself. It gives your body what it needs to feel safe. And when your body feels safe, when blood sugar is stable, insulin is calm, cortisol is quiet, it doesn't need to hold on to emergency reserves. Fat loss becomes permission-based, not punishment-based. Your body lets go not because you forced it, but because it finally has a reason to. Over time, something deeper changes. You stop thinking of yourself as someone fighting food. You start thinking of yourself as someone who understands how their body actually works. That identity shift, that quiet internal change, is where the real transformation lives. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet tonight. You don't need to buy anything, track anything, or cut anything out. At your very next meal, just reach for the protein first, 3 to 5 bites, before the bread, before the rice, before anything else. Then pay attention. Notice your energy 2 hours later. Notice whether cravings appear tonight. Notice how full you feel compared to yesterday. That awareness, that quiet noticing, is exactly where it begins. If you want to understand how your body actually works, the real biology behind fat loss, energy, hormones, and metabolism, subscribe. Every video is a deep visual breakdown of the science your body is running on right now. Because the more clearly you see how it works, the less you have to fight it.